Hi there. Welcome back to the Rare Book Views channel. Today I am super excited. It is book sale day. I'm going to a local book sale. It's one of my favorites. It's really close to my house and it's for a great cause. I really enjoy a book sale because it seems such a great, easy way to do some reuse, recycling, and you get to just be surrounded by books. This one is really well organized. They have a fiction section. It's in alphabetical by author. I take a list. I have some things that I'm looking for some friends, and then my general collecting and putting some things aside for presents. So I think this will be a good one. The prices are fantastic. I think $3 maybe. And I like to go early and get in line because I want to be the first person to the shelf, because for collectible or rare books, you can kind of spot them out, and to have less competition, you want to get to those shelves first. I know the sale really well. I know what bookshelves I'm going to go to, so I'll take a book, of course, and hang out in line and try to be the first one to the exciting books, and I'll let you know how it goes. Okay, great sale day. First, fantastic people watching. This book sale is in a warehouse, and the next door there is a company, a furniture company, a design company, and some women came out and asked us what we were standing in line for and how the book sale works. So we had some interesting discussions in line. There's usually some line shenanigans at these book sales. There's always some disagreement about who's where in line, but this time it was just people interested in going to the sale, which was super fun. I found a lot of books. This book sale, because they hold it pretty often, I could get maybe 3 or 4 books, and this time I found it kind of a lot. I got some books for my personal reading shelf. I found another Ruth Ware. I think this is the last one that she's written, so I have another one to read. I really enjoy suspense. She does a great job, and they're very engaging and fun to read. I got this book that I just ran across. It wasn't on my list, but I love a book about witches, so exciting. Also, it's almost fall, so it's time. I got some books for a friend of mine. These were on her list. Her son really enjoys this series of books. These are actually really well done, I think. If you have a kid reader who is just getting into chapters, these are pretty easy, pretty accommodatable, easy to read, easy to get into. Based on nonfiction, so some of the topics I think are a little for kids that age, but my friend, her son loves them, so hi there, buddy. I am excited to find something that he hasn't read. This was a request I was looking for my friend, and so was this. Have you seen this? Great Netflix production based on this book. This book's been around a while. This is obviously the one with the Netflix photo, but I have read this and it is fantastic. I can warn you, the beginning of the book, very word for word what is in the series. So if you've seen the Netflix version, you're going to think, is this the script? Eventually it does get a little bit different. There are some nuances, and it's a fun read, so I suggest it. Got a bunch of stuff for the vintage. I may or may not keep these children's books. Quite a few of these I think are for eBay. Uncle Wiggily, this is a series that was out back in the day. There's various versions. People really collect these. This is the kind of thing that is out of print, and some people remember them fondly from their childhood, so I will find a new home for that. I found 2 books in the Winnie the Pooh series. If you want to know about, I did a video about the different editions and how I cannot pass them up, and I always want to reunite them with the rest of them. I think I finally have, this will even out. I'll have a whole set of 4, so I can sell those on eBay and then use the profits to fund my habit. I think these are in good shape, so I think a set of 4 maybe I would list for $10 to $15 at an auction, and they'll sell for somewhere around there, and then that'll be a few more dollars. I mean, when you're only paying $3 for a book. This, one of the Harry Potters. I have one on hand that a friend gave me. She's cleaning out her closets and asked me to just make the books go somewhere. So I thought I'll try to even out the series. This was $1, so if I can get all of them, that could be nice. This is really cool. Secret Garden. This is a very nice edition. This is dated turn of the century, but it is Gossip and Dunlap. This is a reprinter, so they probably just kept the copyright page. This is probably really not when it was printed, but this is very vintage, and this is the kind of book, I have a copy, but if you reread this as an adult, it is weird. It is a little dark. Everybody's, like, all the adults are dead at the beginning. It's very strange. This one, I've never heard of this book. I have never heard of this author, but I saw it on the shelf and thought, this looks like the format of the Little House on the Prairie books. I do not collect those books, but my best book friend, my BBFF, this is her focus. That's her favorite, the Little House in the Big Woods, the Laura Ingalls Wilder books. And I know that the original format looked like this. And then I looked in it and realized that this book is illustrated by Helen Sewell. Helen Sewell is the original illustrator of the Little House books, and she has a very distinctive style. They're very almost woodcutty. So I was excited to check with my friend. She does not have this, and it is going to go in her collection. She's pretty excited about it. And then I get the adrenaline high. Wonderful. Everybody's a winner. I found a copy of Pride and Prejudice I'd never seen before, and I'm looking forward to researching this and seeing what is the history. Did they print the rest of them? This I will sell on eBay. I have a copy that I like, so I'm good. I saw this and couldn't pass it up. Tales from Shakespeare. Look how beautiful the illustration and the binding is. And this is going to be a quandary for me. I have a copy of this book. I have one that was illustrated by Arthur Rackham, who I collect. This illustrator is unknown to me, but it's pretty. So I had to buy it, and then I'll have to decide, do I keep 2 copies of this? I don't know. This is cool. This is the Modern Library copy of Moby Dick. Modern Library, great publisher. They have published many classics novels in a smaller physical form. It's a little bit short. This is one of their big volumes. They're usually just a little bit smaller to make them affordable. So this makes it possible for people to spend not a ton of money and get a beautiful classic book. This one, Moby Dick, is illustrated by Rockwell Kent. He's the original illustrator of Moby Dick, and I mean, just amazing. I was very lucky to once get to visit somewhere in Alaska where he did some of his, he was hanging out doing some research for this type of illustration, and it's just such a cool story. So this book with the Rockwell Kent illustrations tends to be pretty valuable. People really want to have this version with this illustrator. So I can probably list this on eBay. I'll start at maybe $15. They sell anywhere from maybe $10 to $50 without a dust jacket. So this is exciting to me. And lastly, I found this. Isn't this cool? The Tanglewood Tales. Look how nice condition it is. Illustrated by Milo Winter. He's illustrated some really cool children's books. This is a series of short stories by Nathaniel Hawthorne, and it is published by Rand McNally. They publish a few books like this with the paste down illustration on the cover. You can see this is a separate piece of paper that's attached to the cover back, just like in the good old days. And they did a few of these sort of children's classics. This one's in nice condition. The copyright page says 1913, and the illustrations, there are some full color plates in here. How fun. So I couldn't just pass this up, and like I said, I like to find a new house, new home, like the SPCA for books. I like to find places to house these guys. So I'm going to run this as a giveaway, and I'll let people enter here on YouTube and on my Instagram account. So head over there and check. I'll put the rules to the giveaway in the notes for this episode, and you can enter here until the 29th, I think, of August, until that Saturday. Midnight Eastern time is how long I'll run it, and then I'll announce the winner later that week. In the rules, you'll see I will need some manner of getting your mailing address, but I would love to find a new home for this, and if you would like to own it, please enter. And that's everything for me. I had an outstanding time at the book sale. I found so many great books. I also found a couple I can't show you that are going to go on the present shelf. So all told, I mean, dozens. I was on 2 bags, which is great for a local sale. I had a great time. I hope you enjoyed the wrap-up, and happy reading.